Welcome to Low Buck Builds. Today we're going to finally wrap up the paint on these cab corners and rockers. Stay tuned. So I've been going back and forth on how I want to paint this. I do have the base coat and a clear coat to do it right, but the fact that I can't get the truck in the garage worries me, especially with the clear coat because it takes so long to cure. And I'm afraid it's going to get bugs and dirt and dust and all that good stuff in it. So I finally decided we're going to go ahead and rattle can it, but we're going to do it right. So let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and buzz off this Bondo. And first we're going to use 120, and then we're going to go over it with 220, and then we'll hand sand everything with 320, 360, 380, whatever 300 I have, and we'll be ready to paint. Let's get going. If you're just using regular paint, that's fine. If you're going to be using something with sparkle in it, then you're going to need to go up to 600. This is what I use for paint prep. It's denatured alcohol. Alright, we'll hit this with primer, do the same thing to the other side. And then we'll start scuffing it up with 320 to paint. Alright, while that's dry, I'm going to go do the same thing to the other side for the couple of spots I bondoed, and then we'll get it primered, let it dry, get ready to paint. Alright, now we're going to go through and sand everything with a soft pad and 320 and some soap and water. Alright, so we got this all scuffed up with 320. I went about 3 inches above all the primer spots and scuffed it with a 600 Scotch-Brite. There's some bare metal back here, so I just went ahead and hit that with primer and rust neutralizer just to keep it from making holes later on. Now I'm just going to run over everything with fuel alcohol and get it cleaned up, and then we'll start spraying. I'm just going to be careful. I'm going to try to blend these areas. I'm not going to tape this up or anything. I mean, if it was a show car, I would, but for this job, I'll just try to control it. This is what we're shooting today, gloss white. I've never used the quote-unquote professional before. I do like the 2X a lot, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Our first coat's going to be real light. We don't want any runs. There's a little bit more of a breeze than I would like today, but we got to get this done. Real light coat. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. Just a little light coat, and then we'll come back and we'll fill it in on the second coat. All right, we got our first coat done. We'll come back and do a second coat in 10 minutes. All right, second coat, full coverage. We'll let that sit for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back. We'll do a third coat. I think I'm going to use a professional on the cab corners. So I just got a little bit left of that, and then I'll just use the regular 2X on the inner rockers. See you in 10. Last coat. All right, we'll let this dry. I'll give you guys a walk around. I'm gonna let it sit for about an hour and come back out. Okay, I'll give you guys the final walk around. Came out pretty good for a rattle can job. A few little spots that could be touched up more, but it's not a show car. And it's a heck of a lot better than what was there, which was pretty much nothing. Let's check out the other side. So here's the other side. And if you remember from the beginning, this was completely gone. I pretty much built these doors. You can see a little bit here, but I could go through with Bondo and fix that, but I'm not worried about it right now. That was completely gone. This was completely gone. Not too shabby. Here's a little bit of a difference between the paint, but really not bad for just over-the-counter Rust-Oleum. It's a little brighter, but once this gets dirty, it should blend in pretty good. Overall, I'm really happy with it. It came out better than I thought it would. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, hit that like button. If you want to see more projects on this truck and other vehicles, hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video.